Today we're back at one of my favorite disc golf courses in the entire world, a $10 pay-to-play Wondervu disc golf course. This is the Course Conquest series where I'm trying to shoot 1,000 rated or 250 rated on UDisc, which is about the equivalent round at every Denver area course before I leave. That also includes the courses like this one that are in the mountains. Since Denver's kind of on the front range, if you just go within about an hour, hour and a half, I'm trying to also shoot those rounds at most of those courses before the summer lets up and the bad weather comes in. So that means we're at about 8,000 feet right now. The air is thinner, I'm breathing a little heavier, and I made a couple adjustments to the bag just for fun. Because last time I was at Wondervu, I ended up shooting even par, and I think I need to shoot 5 down to shoot 250 rated on UDisc, which is about the 1,000 rated equivalent. I would love to shoot better than that. It's a 22-hole course. My best score here, I think, is like 12 under par the first time I came, and I've never even approached that. So hopefully today I can just play clean and drink plenty of water. I'm already more out of breath than I remembered. But if you don't play well, change some disc in your bag. It's not a good solution, but it's fun. So I actually remembered I loved the watts. I put that in the bag. I still have the chicane, still have the Stig. I put a compass in that I had dyed. That was really fun. A Bobcat from Mint Discs, the Chemtrail from Doomsday, as well as the new C-Blend Exodus from Infinite. Most everything else is pretty much the same. Ooh, I actually put in a Prodigy D1 as well. But other than that, let's get onto the course. 22 holes, trying to shoot 5 under or better and showcase one of my favorite courses in all of disc golf. It's not at the end of the world that I have to come back here and play this again, but with how many weeks I've taken off in the summer from doing this series, I do think I need to basically shoot 1,000 rated every single week here on out before I move out of the Denver area. Let's get on to hole 1 after a couple warm-up putts, and hopefully things are good. Putting with the peaks, not PA3s, because they feel the same, and you got way less glide up here in the mountains. I'm gonna throw a couple warm-ups real fast. Now get out of your hair. That's better. Not good though. All right, 2 forehands, 2 backhands. We're gonna throw this 169 Emperor just on the hyzer. 306. Par is fine. Birdie would be great. Whew. Hit the pole. I think it was a whipping through. Throw felt clean. Don't think the sweatshirt's gonna stay on for long, but if the sun's out, it's too hot. If it goes away, all the heat goes with it. I love being up here for these rounds. Hopefully you guys enjoy this course as much as I do. And hopefully I can actually put together a solid little round. The main focus is disc golf wise today are playing old man golf, keeping it clean. I tend to try to get a little too fancy sometimes, especially when I feel like I know a course or a hole should be easy. I'm gonna try to throw a touch flippier and just over exaggerate my movements instead of trying to get cute with that. Sometimes I think when I get cute with it, I try to just like look like I'm throwing smooth instead of actually throwing smooth. And then I end up just short arming it because I'm trying to make the shot look good or my form look good instead of the throw be effective, which is obviously quite silly. That's the start we're looking for. 1 through 1. One cool thing about this course too is they have these ropes that are exactly 10 meters long. So if you don't know if you're in the circle or not, you can use those. $10 pay to play, like I said. Dan is a great guy. Have a little pro shop up there. And they're actually doing a lot of work on the course right now. We'll see it in like 10 holes, but there's a ton of mulching going down. What are you working on, dude?
Just ripping up all the stumps so I could smooth the fairways and then, you know, just...
I really appreciate when you can see the effort of a pay-to-play course go back into the course. Of course, I want the owner to make a lot of money off this. Like, I would love for him to be very financially secure from disc golf in his course because of how great it is. But it's always cool when they are putting the money back into the course to make the experience better. And if you're in the Denver area, I highly recommend you checking out this place. Even these T signs are updated from when I was last year. It's like moved a little closer. Hole 2, 252, a little bit of left to right wind. Last time we were here, I threw a cap wrap. That is not the old man golf thing to do. The old man golf thing to do is throw the Broderick Broadbird. I think he just came out with Broadbird 2.0s, and he's at Worlds right now, so big shout out to Broderick. Go follow him and watch his stuff. Pretty cool that he's able to be sent out there and doing those vlogs. But this is much straighter than a cap wrap. This is a very straight Firebird. So if I just hit it straight, it should stay straight, and hopefully give me some fade. Skip in. Oh, I tickled the chains! you serious? 2 in a row? I'm not making any proclamations of like, it's gonna be one of those days today, but I hit the pole real hard on hole 1. I tickled the chains on hole 2. This golf's fun. That is so nice. I do love these indicators. The baskets, mostly I believe, are these Mach 3s, so a little careful on your putts. Try to sneak them in there. But those indicators are really helpful going through the woods. The one thing to keep your eye on though, as a viewer, is the last couple mountain course conquest videos. The par 4s that are all sub 500 feet have been playing over par for me. We'll use the passive voice. We'll say they've been playing over par, not that I've been playing them over par, because that makes it sound better to me. But we got a couple coming up. If I can at least be 1 down through the 2 par 4s, that feels nice. Hole 3, 300 feet, you can probably see the indicator down there. Maybe not from all the way down here, but it's just a pretty straight shot. Also pretty cool, they have these ski, and I think at another hole, they have snowboard benches. They're actually very, very comfortable. We have a not great wind right now. Actually, it's not bad. It's a little left to right, which I think was the opposite of last hole. I would think Stig, just because it's a little flippy. But with this left to right wind, I don't want it to hold turn too much. And I didn't feel terrible throwing this compass on a flat to any shot on my warm up. So we're gonna throw this gold compass, slight turn out of the hand, and just let it ride straight. Just like that. That's so good. Figuring it out. So the last month or so, I've been trying to reframe a lot of my disc golf instead of like good or bad as like useful or not useful. Like a lot of things in life. Because is throwing nose up bad? No. But I think I've thought that before, and a lot of people think that. But like that shot was a little nose up. But I threw it pretty much perfect. And so I could be like, man, I wish I could throw that more nose down. But that's not really what that shot called for. So maybe I've played into this in the past, but if you feel bad about like you're throwing on everything's flippy or everything's on hyzer or everything's nose up, if it works for you, that's a good shot. It's maybe not like the most ideal scientific shot, but not everyone is the same. Their bodies aren't the same, their throws aren't the same. And I think before I would have nitpicked and been like, oh man, this was a little more nose up. Like I could have gotten that nose down, but I'm 10 feet from the basket. So who's laughing now, buddy? 3 for 3 start. This is a dangerous pattern though. Because if you've watched the last Wondervu video and the one that I did at Beaver Ranch, where I was able to sneak out my 1,000 rated round, I started real hot and then really cooled off. So I think I'm gonna play these first 6 or 7 holes, and then mental reset, go back to even in my head. Because if I start real hot and then just trust, oh, of course I'm gonna get there. Even if you watched the last video with the Discraft discs, I was 6 down through 9 and shot 7 down. I was trying to shoot 9 down. Mentally resetting, I think, will be helpful. Because 3 for 3, nope, I'm even. I'm not even thinking about that. Not that score should matter that much. I should just focus on throwing the next shot, but honestly, score does matter to me. And I'm trying to figure out ways to make it matter less. If I ever figure it out, I'll definitely let you know. Hole 3, 255 through those trees. But if you look this way, starting to get some beautiful views over here. Skip. That was not old man golf, that was into the ground golf. But that's okay, we can get up and down. Layups are for cool kids. Not the best layup, but it's effective. This hole is basically straight through this big gap and tailing a little bit to the right. Tailwind actually makes this a little interesting. I threw a pretty effective shot the first time I was here with this chicane, which is a beat-in chicane. So it flies just like my normal ones down at Denver up here. So I can put it on a little Annie through that gap. 232 feet. Okay, it's like straight ahead from me. I don't hate the watt just throwing flat, but with this tailwind, it'll help to get everything a little more overstable, and I'd want something that finishes straighter, and the watt might hyzer too much. Ah, dang it. Oh no. I didn't turn that nearly enough. making a pit stop in Scramble City, USA right now. Oh man, this is really not ideal. Oh my gosh, is there even a line? Okay, right through here. Baby flex. Oh, this is not easy. No. Okay. Well, my stay in Scramble City got an unfortunate extension. Wow, this is so bad. You want to be lefter, not righter on this hole if you are scrambling. Holy cow. Oh my gosh, there's still like nothing. Turn. Okay, well, it's a putt. Wow. Double bogeys can come at you fast here. That's pretty gross. Well, double bogey. All right. I guess I should have said bogeys will come at you fast, and the basket would have caught that. I did know out of my hand I pulled it a little right, but I don't think you should be able to have the disc fully engulfed and then it not be interchanged. That's okay though. 1 down through 5. Start of a new round. Pretty successful first 5 holes. 1 down, I'll take that. If I do that pace for every 5 holes, I'm just off the pace, so let's pick it up. This basket is 256 feet. It's basically straight from where the tee pad is, but you obviously have 2 gaps. You can throw the hyzer flip up or this forehand. This forehand, you do have to kind of get over some late trees. You can just throw thumbers and stuff over everything. I don't have that shot. Grenade could be fun, but I'm still not great at that. So I think maybe it's just this Emperor. Wow, there's a lot of left to right wind. Emperor on a forehand. Through the gap high. Get through. Oh my gosh. Today might be a long day. No. We're having fun. We're having fun. This is the type of shot you gotta be able to make happen most of the time when you're trying to shoot 1,000 rated rounds. So, good thing to have. Could go over the top, just right down the middle. Let's try the swat. There we go. Oh, a good tree with some backspin too. That was actually going pretty long, so really grateful for this tree. I'm not gonna let you get in my head yet, basket, but it is a knocking on the door. These things are just so cool. All right, this one, you can actually see the red pretty well right now. It's 450 par 4. And honestly, kind of surprising, I've never eagled this hole. I've only played here 5 to 10 times, and this has only been a comfortable distance for me, maybe 3 of those, but I would expect to get one close. It's an interesting wind with the right to left. You want to throw a flex over these trees. The road is farther than you think to the right. I tell myself this because I'm always afraid of the road. And then let it come back. So because of the wind, I'm debating just going this D1 and just cranking it over. I think this Emperor could do it, but I still don't fully trust this ability. So I'm just gonna go this D1, throw it on a lot of Annie, put the nose down, trust it, and hopefully give myself a look. If I'm outside of 40 feet though, you all have to unsubscribe if I don't lay it up. Please? That's good. Well, I heard something way late, which I think is a good sign, because that means it flew for a while. I don't know. That like regrind D1, whatever that plastic is, I filmed a video for all those Prodigy discs that Prodigy sent me way long ago that they, to be honest, they sent me too many discs to like figure out good concepts to shoot with. So I was gonna do this whole big series with it, and I decided that's not the best way to showcase them. So I scrapped that video. You might have seen a piece of it in the Vesiad in the last video that I posted. But that disc, that D1, is such a good driver. Really reminds me of like a good Calvin Heimberg destroyer run because it's very domey. No, that's not my disc. I think I'm like way long if that's actually my disc down there. I hope that's someone else's, but I really like that D1. And so I'm workshopping some better ways to showcase all those Prodigy discs that they sent me. And I think I have some good concepts, but those videos will be coming soon. Be on the lookout, because I was very impressed with a lot of the Prodigy discs. Good news, bad news. Good news, great shot. Bad news, outside 40 feet. Good news, that means a layup. There's a glitch here. What the heck? A watermelon glitch. Man, it's back up. I should have stipulated if it was back uphill, I could do it without you guys unsubscribing, but layups are for cool kids, guys. Remember that. We'll take the birdie. Man, I wish I was throwing second shots so bad right now. Oh, man. It's okay. Hey, it's hard to complain about a bird. Is this any of your guys' glitch? It's got a number on it. I'm sure they're on the course still. Hey, I'm not gonna lie. The lack of stress that I had from laying up a 50-foot putt and still making birdie makes me even more believe that layups are for cool kids, because that felt really nice to just know, hey, I got a birdie under the basket. Maybe people who have said that all along are onto something. I'm so stubborn. You can kind of see the red peeking out through there. Mostly just a straight shot. Actually, kind of good for this glitch. Should I throw it? Oh, get stable, off the tree. Maybe that's why not. Maybe throw a distance, you know. Well, in honor of the glitch, I'm really debating running this, but we know the motto. Smart, lazy, but smart. I will say it's much less stressful to lay up. I think there's a reason Nate Sexton is still making so much money playing disc golf. There we go. I don't hate the pace I'm on, and I do love the lack of stress that I have, because I'm not trying to force things. I'm really embracing that new motto, and it is helping my mental game at the very least. We'll see what happens with my score in the long run, but I can't imagine it'll be that bad. Another beautiful ski bench. These are so cool. Look at this beautiful cut. Actually, that might be a brook trout. Yeah, it's a brook trout. And a brown trout. Where's the cutthroats? It's the only native one in Colorado. All right, 331 feet down the hill. They're doing some work here. Over the top definitely could be a play. That probably is actually the smart play. Down the middle is cool, but I'm for sure throwing over the top, because I think I bogeyed or doubled this one last time, and I'd rather get away from that fate. I think either Exodus or Broadbird would work. It is downhill, so crank it on a decent bit of ante, and with the height, it shouldn't turn that much. I think I like the Exodus, because the Broadbird is a little more overstable. No, but I want to throw it on a lot of Anheuser. That's kind of the calculus. If I felt comfortable throwing it just on this level of Anheuser, I'll throw the Exodus up high. But to get the height, and the way that I throw Anheuser to get height, I tend to throw more like that. Maybe a little less, but that feels more comfortable. Oh, you're good! But I tend to throw a little more Anheuser, so. Oh yeah, Exodus would have been cooked. The Firebird's actually still a little cooked, but it's gonna swing left, please, maybe? Oh wow, it's long and right, but makeable. Maybe actually should have been the cap wrap or even the D1. I don't know. Those smooth Anheisers have been coming out poppy, because I'm not trying to overthrow them, so actually went a good ways. Thank you, thank you. What are you working on?
Oh, hey, dude, what's up?
What are you working on, dude?
Just ripping up all the stumps so I could smooth the fairways, and then, kind of a smoothing, and
Yeah.
refining, and then I'll be able to refine and add all the rest of the pin positions to the areas, and
Oh, sweet.
build up kind of like mounds. Like on 12, there's a big, huge mound of mulch.
Yeah, I saw
so
that.
It's gonna be
Coming in, I was like, oh yeah.
Yeah, so I'm gonna smooth that over, and it's gonna be we're gonna try a pin position on top of it, and then behind it.
Oh, cool.
And then other ones just to see what people like.
Yeah.
And then there's other ones in there too. So some of the holes we have like 5 different pin positions we can put in.
Sick.
So I'm just smoothing these stumps out so then we can get truckloads full of mulch in, and then we can spread the mulch, because disc golfers love mulch.
Yeah, it's clear. I've been loving it, man. It's been really nice out here. Thanks for all the work you're putting in.
Thank you. Have a great
Yeah,
weekend, man.
You too.
Yeah, dude.
I can't even imagine the fire that they could have if there's no fire ban in effect. This is a lot of work. There's something about becoming a dad that makes me just want to do yard and manual work more. I think it's in like the birth certificate that you sign. It's in the fine print. All right, got held up a little much. Oh, there's a window. through the trees. We'll take that. All right, this is the next par 4. This one's daunting. It's only 450, 460, but it is a tunnel of all tunnel shots. And especially if you're like coming and playing here for your first time in the mountains, or you haven't played in a while, and you're not used to like how your discs are flipping up, trying to throw a nice big tunnel shot, not the easiest. This would be a good 2. This would be a good 3 if I'm being honest. Part of me wants to throw just the stig up there, but I don't know if I feel too much more comfortable throwing a putter mid-range through the gap than I do a driver. There's more danger with the driver, but also more potential for fun. Are you serious, dude? That's the luckiest thing ever, and that was the worst shank in the history of the entire world. That's textbook, just try to throw the stamp off the disc, even though it's not even stamped, and shanking. One of these days I'm gonna play this par 4 without trying to throw the disc harder than I've ever thrown a disc in my life, and it's actually gonna wind up good. Hopefully that's not next week, because I actually shoot a decent score, but one of these days it's gonna happen. Very lucky to have gotten those 2 kicks. The first kick was incredibly lucky to move left. Second kick, I thought it was gonna stay on the fairway, but more deservedly so. I'm still in the rough. It's only 340 the basket, so still birdieable, but getting out of here with a 4 is something that I haven't been able to achieve my last 2 or 3 times out here, so I'd be happy with that. Money. That's exactly what I'm looking for. I think it's sat, and I should have a 4, and I'm so happy with that. All right, 2 down through 10 is literally a fraction of a stroke off the pace, because it'd be 4 down through 20 and like 4.2 down through 22. So I will have to pick it up ever so slightly. I think that double bogey really just killed things. I don't think that means being overly aggressive. It just means continuing to play my game and thinking about the right side to miss on. Hole 11, 312 feet. Little headwind, basket down to the right. You can probably see the indicator. Forehand I think does play, but my forehand has felt extra not crisp today. Not quite sure why. Maybe it's the playing that I did yesterday. I went and played Glow 2, and it just needs more time to recover than my backhand. But I think throwing smooth backhands has felt really good. So we're gonna probably just try to go with the watt. Sneak through. Oh, that is, got a mulch in my shoe. There we go. Not crisp at all. I played that like I would normally throw it, not accounting for the headwind, and that's just not how you should play disc golf. All this laying up has really been beating up my putter. I might need to get a second peek just for layups. I will say the kicks today have been pretty legendary. So the course is on my side. You gotta take advantage when that's the case. Just one of the coolest holes you'll play. Straight downhill, you might be able to see the marker. It's like this way, 414. This is where he was saying that the mounded stuff was. I saw it to the right when I was pulling in, because this is the road that you take to get up here. Right to left wind, so not really in our favor for a big backhand, but I think forehand definitely plays. And so I think, it's either gonna be the D1 or the Emperor. I don't hate the D1 to just chuck it on a touch of flex and let it do the work. It's tricky. I think I like that. I'd rather just err on the side of flexing an overstable disc too much than a neutral one, because it's less likely by a lot to go OB. Keep going. Don't get nose up. Oh, that's really good. Let's go. Okay. Big old mound of mulch right there. Even bigger one right there that they're mounding up. Apparently to have a basket on, which I don't know how you do that with mulch. I wonder what the structural integrity is like, but circle 2 here. I'm stoked. Right to left wind, and a lot of it right now. Whoa. 30 seconds for sure. We're taking it. We don't need to talk about that ever again, okay? 2 through 12. Good alliteration, not an ideal score. 260 tailwind, straight ahead through the gap. Stig or compass play, because we got a little tailwind. To the stig. Flip more. Skip straight. Oh man, this thing plays so long. Definitely notice myself starting to tire out as we get further through this round. So before I throw the next shot, I'll probably take a minute or two and just reset, take a drink, not try to rush through the round because I'm always flying through all these courses as I film. That being said, that was also a stalling tactic before I have to putt this. Tailwind, probably just edge of circle. Dropped it right in, let's go. This hole is basically impossible to film because from where you guys are, you have to go in a straight line to the left of the T sign tree, that way, to actually see it. I had to walk up there and it's still lefter than I think. I bet it's lefter than I even think. It's on the hill, so roll away is definitely bound to happen. You have to get over these trees. Maybe this big turnover is a play, but I've never seen anyone try it, and it's probably pretty silly. And the one big thing is, the further up in elevation you get, even from sea level to Denver, you feel this, and then from Denver to here, the discs like glide left, which also means they move left and right less. So instead of throwing something overstable and just expecting it to like bite left, it actually will bite and like not push as far left when you're throwing it while it's finishing. So I'm actually gonna throw a pretty flippy disc, a slightly flippy one, my last year's Sphinx, because if I throw it high on hyzer, it's actually gonna like flip up and push to the left as it's flying. This might actually be still too overstable, but I haven't thrown it yet and I think I see a good line for it. It's only 316, but it's the most awkward 316 ever. Hit something and dropped. I think I'm still not even left enough. Like maybe I just need a crazy flippier disc. I don't know. This is quite the shot. It's also one of my favorite places on the course because you can start to see some of the snow-capped mountains that are still out there, a little higher and a little deeper into the Rockies. Unfortunately, like is bound to happen, I did roll. The distance was good, but I think I hit one of these trees, sit down, and rolled down to there. Just not even close to left enough. Luckily, I do have a pretty sweet line. If you're gonna run this though, gotta get it to the chains, because chains will deaden it. Cage, roll away city. Not a great layup either, so just go for it. Stay up. Oh, that was luckily bad enough that it's that. 15, 281 up the hill, 8 holes to go. I would really love to get 3 of them to feel confident. The final 3 are turkeyable. 2 of the last 3 are almost like, I should get these, but you never want to count on that. 2, I think, based on what I saw from a tags match that was here last week, 4 down was 244 rated. It was like 8 or 9 points per. So I'd imagine 5 down would be at least 250, which is what we're searching for. I've said all this. That's my last piece on scoring. Regardless of how close we are through the end of it, I'm just gonna focus on throwing the best shot in front of me, calm myself down. Honestly, it might be worth it to take this off. It's like right in between temperature of that being comfortable and this being comfortable. I don't think it's like a big difference, but changing how I dress is also a little bit of a physical reset that can hopefully trigger a little bit of a mental reset. And it's not been bad these last couple holes, but it needs to be crisper. The last time I remember birdieing this hole, it was with one of my Tour Series Sphinx last year. Let's see if I can recreate that well. Mostly flat, we're going uphill. Be smooth. And sit down. Tricky putt, but we'll take it. Oh man, you're looking at nothing behind the basket. Jeez, I've tripped so many times on this course. Well, 16 is 216 straight. What it is. That's money. Oh, sit. Might be a little juice, but that was pretty good. Here's the hoping we didn't go too far. What the heck? How did I even get down here in the first place? Oh, that's so lucky. We'll take it. Sneaking through this round, man. Wow. So this hole is crazy mounded, so hard to film. But basically straight through that straight gap you see is the basket 280 feet away. A little headwind. Interesting. Maybe compass. I've been throwing that thing pretty clean today. Don't love it in the headwind, but I like the shot in the disc. Come on, hold. Now sit. That's a putt. We take that. It does look like they still have my decapitated self up there. That's unfortunate. Also unfortunate is the sliding my disc did down to circle 2. But that's no matter. Oh. 237, chicane or watt. Both are great options. We're gonna try chicane. Hyzer, skip. Oh, don't roll. Okay, that's still within the circle, that's good. My luck definitely continues because I could have hit that, I could have hit these, but I hit some sort of ground and wound up pretty much parked. Not taking anything for granted today though. Almost shorted that one too, jeez. I like this hole. I don't know why, but I'm consistent at it, so thank you, hole 18. Maybe my favorite on the course. I feel like all these last 4 baskets are like random baskets and the rest of them are Mach 3s. Maybe they like could only buy an 18 set. That's interesting, I just realized that. Because I think the next 2 are Mach 5s or 7s and the last one is maybe also a disc catcher or a disc golf park one. But we have 287 feet and there's a big drop off to the right. It's actually what I was putting down at. If you go further from this drop off, you get to the drop off that I missed that short putt at a couple holes ago. You could try to flip something up through this gap. But score-wise, I might just start going a little juicy over the top, airing on the left side, throwing this Firebird. It is, oh man, it's not simple actually. Yeah, those trees are really tall, really fast. When in doubt, throw the Sphinx. It's a good motto. Oh yeah. It's not gonna be an easy putt, but it's definitely not a bogey, and that's really what matters on this hole. This putt is definitely on the daunting side. I don't know why, but I feel pretty comfortable giving it a soft bit. Shallow circle 2, not a lot of wind to speak of. Up and down on the pole. Don't try to juice it. If I hit the cage, it's fine. Par is fine here, but a birdie would be very helpful for these last couple. This course really doesn't want me to come back next week. I've thrown some atrocious shots, and the course has given me this back to me on a silver platter. Maybe don't think about softening a putt and then actually soft it. Holy cow, that is so lucky. The good news too is right before I putted that, I was like, wait, the next 2 holes are like birdie holes, like 130 feet and then 250 foot hyzer. And I'm 4 down, and 5 down probably gets it. We're not talking about score. Never. But I had that thought. I won't tell you about it because I said I won't, but I had that thought. 130 feet up the hill. Super short, super chicaney. I'm honestly tempted to go cap wrap just to get through this gap on the forehand, but I think chicane will get the job done. Could be a watt. And I don't really know the line I threw with my inner core last time. Got very lucky to get through. Swing. Oh no. Well, that's not ideal, but we'll make that. I think the kick looked worse than it was. This is such a tiny basket though. Big tailwind, just showed up out of nowhere. Whoa, okay. It's like a bobber. Fishing for birdies. Finally a basket that's my size, jeez. All these massive baskets going around everywhere. 2 to play. Basket's right down there, about 243. 250 on UDisc. You got 2 T-pads actually, and you can use either one. Do have a right to left wind, so I think I'm gonna throw my Bobcat out wide, let the wind spike it in off this T-pad. Not really a great way to see the run up, but hopefully you get the gist, and hopefully I throw it good, because a birdie here would be very helpful coming down the stretch. Swing that wind, come on. Oh, stop! Oh, I think it skipped right beyond the basket and then went way down the hill. Shoot, I really liked it. This looks like a pretty decent drop off. I still don't see it. Doesn't help that it's the color of all these rocks. Can't be this far, can it? Oh, it's behind a stone. Wow. Another decent break, but this wind is not giving it to me. Okay. Yes! Oh, come on. I don't know why that putt felt so good, but that putt felt amazing. Last hole, hole 22. This hole says 243, but I think that's to the right position. It says it's to the yellow, but I just cannot believe that's how far that is because it looks so far. I'm getting 285, so I don't feel too insane. It's still closer than it plays. But this hole, man, you flip something up straight, throw a flex forehand over the mound. A really cool finishing hole. Once you get through this initial kind of gap, you just got to miss some trees. So man, Sphinx I think will play. I really want to throw the chemtrail, but I'm just afraid because I shanked it so bad that first time. I think we got to go Sphinx. When in doubt, throw the Sphinx. Just aim a little righter. No bogeys. That's the name of the game. Oh, that's going to hurt, but should be a little chip forehand up and in. Into the landing zone, not into the basket. Still not a gimme. I got it through the gap. I just didn't really think that throw it into the rocks. I think I like the Firebird here. Touch a turn out of the hand around that first bushy tree. Oh, that's so lucky. Oh, thank goodness. Not a gimme to finish the round. This might go down as one of my luckiest rounds ever, if not in a long while. Pretty consequential putt here. Good thing I'm a hyzer putter around this tree. That's a good par. A little clutch there on these last 2 putts in the last 2 holes. I'm gonna check to see if there's been any tournaments out here recently. Because 6 down I think will be the UDisc rating, but will it be the PDGA rating? Not a terrible putting performance. 1 double bogey and 8 birdies. Not atrocious at all. 256 rating. So 5 down might not have done it. It might have been right on, but 256 feels pretty good. So last year around this time, July 6th, there was a tournament here, and 5 down was 1,002. So 5 down probably is right on. I'm going to see if that tournament happened again this year. 6 down was 999 this time. But I'm taking it. 256, right around 1,000. This is how you shoot 1,000 rated at Wondervu. Really rusty and a little lucky, but got enough birdies, which is a win. Thanks for watching. If you want to watch the rest of the series, that'll be over here for all the Course Conquest videos. Otherwise, I'll see you guys soon. Form stuff coming soon, because I found some cues that are working. Didn't really do them today, which might have been why I sucked a little bit. But that's that. We'll see you soon.